So what I want to do is ask Matt to take the first few minutes of the beginning of this Ask Me Anything and just preview that to you, and then we can go into Ask Us Anything. So, Matt, is that okay for you?
No, of course. Like a lot of people here know me, so it's like you're fully aware that when I get the opportunity or get the chance to like share stuff, I love to. So just give me 1 second here. I'm just getting everything set up. So in general, my dad, thank you so much for everything that you shared, Dad. My name's Matthew Hollis. I've been developing tools and websites and marketing stuff my entire life, like for as long as I can remember. And I think that what you see here, PostingPilot, is the fruition of all of that learning and talent and expertise that I've developed over the last 20 years, 25 years, really learning how to market and build things. So, what is PostingPilot? PostingPilot is a platform that allows you or a business to create content and consistently post it without having to think or guess what to post, what gets the most engagement, all of those things. PostingPilot basically learns your brand or who you are, creates the content, schedules it out. All you have to do is hit accept. It gets posted on your social media. It watches the engagement and messages from those posts and then uses that to refine what we call your brand brain that will then create the next week of posts and make them better and better and better. So you continue to get more engagement, you get more comments. So this is just taking something like AI that you all know, right? And probably a decent amount of you, especially if you've worked with me, use on a daily basis and ties it all into 5 or 6 other tools to make it easy to use. PostingPilot might be simplistic for some of you that I've taught advanced AI stuff to, right? And that's on purpose. There's 2 different versions of it. There's the simple version and there's the advanced version of it. And I want both to work perfect. And the way that I use this explanation, or the way I explain it, is driving a car, right? Like we all get in a car, we drive to work, we drive to the grocery store. You don't need to know how an engine is put together or works to get in the car and drive it to work or to the grocery store, right? We all do it. We don't need to know how it works. The engineering of it works. Now, are there a group of people that love that stuff, know exactly how it works, and when I get invited over to their house, they open up the hood of their car to explain a bunch of stuff that I don't understand? Absolutely. Yes. So there are those people that love that type of stuff, want to know the analytics, want to know the data, want to know exactly how this tool is working and helping them build their business. But I also have developed this tool for the person that wants to consistently post and create content for them or their small business without having to think about what to do or what to post. So what you're seeing right now is the current back office or command center for PostingPilot. Every single founder gets this, and as we roll the product completely out, which we're launching it on June 1st, you guys will be able to promote this as affiliates. You don't have to buy the product to promote it. We're paying you 35% commissions on anybody, and it starts at $99 a month, so you can make a decent amount of money the more people you bring in. That money is residual. We're a firm believer, the Hollis family in general, on residual income. If you bring us customers that stay subscribed, we will continue to send you money on PayPal every single month that they stay subscribed and you bring more people in. So this isn't just something that can help you post. It's also something that can create a sustainable side income or full-time income for you and your family, right? Because as I go through this tool, you're going to see that I've not only developed it for network marketers, affiliate marketers, somebody that wants to grow on social media, but the power of PostingPilot is what it can do for a small business like a mom and pop sandwich place or a nail salon or a dentist office. It's just as powerful, I would venture to say more powerful, using on some of those small businesses because they're already hiring somebody to do those things for $1,000, $2,000 a month, and they're not really getting them any engagement or anything. They're really just either generating some images or something with AI with copy on it and then posting it consistently so they can collect a paycheck, right? I'm a firm believer in when I do work with businesses and do that stuff, I want them to get results. I want them to look at me and go, that is a cheap amount of money that we paid for what we got out of it. And that's the way I want PostingPilot to feel to not only you guys that use it, but also everybody you refer it to, the businesses you refer it to and everything. So let's get into it. Like, this is the hub, right? So you'll see this is the founder's cockpit. It's as simple as a 1-button campaign. So this just generates 3 image posts and 2 videos using your brand brain, right? And it just creates the entire week of posts for you. So you don't have to think or guess like and I'm going to go into how much detail, because some of us are creative and want to not only use PostingPilot to post, but to learn how to be a good content creator. So yes, you could just click one button, and this was the original idea. Click one button, it generates a bunch of posts for you through the entire week, schedules them out in your calendar, and you get to go from there. So as a founder, you can book a one-on-one call with me, right? So I think we have 4 founder spots left right now, and then we're launching in June. So once those 4 founder spots are gone, and you can read on postingpilot.ai about that. But basically, if you're a founder, not only do you get to get on a Zoom one-on-one with me and I help you set this up, help you figure out your offer and everything like that, but you also get the thing lifetime, right? Now you get a certain amount of credits because AI stuff costs compute to generate, but you'll never have to pay for PostingPilot monthly if you come in as a founder, which is a huge benefit because you'd have to 5 months, and then now you're already paying more for PostingPilot than you would lifetime as a lifetime member founder, right? So if you do join that, you get that as an offer. If right now to join as a founder, it's $4.99. If that's out of your price range, don't worry. All right, like don't freak out about that. Don't be selling things or doing all this stuff. I want you guys to be comfortable in life, right? This tool is something it's like kind of like Tesla. Like Tesla rolls out a bunch of expensive cars and then works their way to the cheaper one. My goal is to get PostingPilot as cheap as possible, right? So the most amount of people can use it as possible. Right now, generating AI videos is expensive. It is. The images and the text and stuff doesn't require a lot of compute, but when you start generating, and I'll show you guys some of the videos that are possible, but when you start generating incredible videos, it really taxes the system and costs quite a bit of compute and money. So we'll figure out all that as we're going, but I'm going to go through right now and show you just what the tool is capable of. The first thing I'm going to do is go in here and rerun this onboarding. So when you first join PostingPilot, you talk to Otto. His name's Otto, the dog mascot, right? I think it's a great name. One of our founding people came up with it, but it's Autopilot, which I think that's cute, right? Pretty cute. So when you first join, Otto is going to ask you a bunch of stuff. He's going to go, Otto, I loaded what you already have because I already have a bunch of info in my account, but we're assuming you have nothing here. So you can just give Otto your website, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, and eventually I'm going to add more here, but it's a little more harder to scrape YouTube and kind of understand who you are. But you save that, and what Otto is going to do is he's going to take all of that and go through and pull what information and autofill everything that he possibly can from your business. Now, this also means he's going to take brand assets. These things on the right here, and I'll zoom in a little. These things on the right here are what we use to generate your content, your videos, your images. So when you use a website, Otto's going to try his best to pull in your logo, pull in product photos, pull in founder images, so whether it's you or team members, if you have a shop or an office, any brand videos that may be there that might help kind of understand as far as the video stuff goes. And then one of the cool features is voice recording. Now, you don't have to use your voice, but you can click record here. You're going to read out like a small little story, right? Once you read it out, Otto is going to save your voice. And then when he generates videos of you, all he needs is a picture of you and that voice clip, and every shot that you see will be you, right? It will be your voice in it. It'll be you on video. It'll be you talking about your product or promoting something. So basically what this means is like near infinite content for you to generate, right? You no longer need to sit in front of the camera and shoot a video. PostingPilot is solving that problem for you. It's also using the data and the other aspects of AI to point you in the right direction and create the content that will get you the best results, right? So like you don't have to sit down and shoot a video, but you also don't have to think about what to shoot or when to post or where to post it. All of those things are taken care of, right? So at any time while you're filling out the basics here, he's going to keep asking you questions. I'm just going to put here, whatever, we'll just skip this. But at any time you can ask Otto down here anything if you don't understand. So if it's like, it's a common objection, I don't really know much, you could say, hey, Otto, I don't really understand the objection for my business. And he'll help you write one to go in there to move forward, right? So Otto is completely an AI and agentic, so he can fill in all these boxes. But we also auto-fill them, like I said, from your links. You can keep saving and going through. He's going to keep saving all of this brand stuff here, right? And you just keep going through this. This is the onboarding. You can add logos and everything there. So he's just going to try to get as much information as possible. So how do you like to sound? Your voice in 3 words, direct, motivational, plain spoken. Phrases we must include. You could add as a few or as many here as you want. What words to avoid? Income claims, aggressive hype, fake scarcity, right? So this is stuff that you're like telling Otto to write your posts around. What are your content pillars? Education, behind the scenes, templates, right? And you could just keep adding and adding and adding. Your offer, we'll breeze through this. So he has everything that he needs now to move forward. I click save brand voice and run my first demo. He's going to do that and push us right to the content creator. So the content creator allows you guys to, this is a tool that allows you to take any website or anything and just create content off of it. Now, when I get into the weekly planner here in a second, that's like just a autonomous version of this. But I also wanted you guys to be able to use your brand images and create as much content as possible. So you can put a website in here, click read website. It does the exact same thing. Otto goes to the website, tries to get as much information from it as possible, right? And Otto adds all of the pictures and videos and the things that it thinks you'll want. So it knew that was the logo. It knew me as a person. I can write here, if I want to generate a video, what I want me to say in the video, right? And since I didn't record a voice, it's not here, but if I did, it would have put it in there. And then down here, I can add extra directions. So if I want to say, you know, halfway through the video, I want myself to be abducted by an alien spaceship, right? That will be added into the video. I have a couple of viral content templates here for you as well. The cool thing is these are going to become video-like too. What do I mean by that? Who here has watched the video my dad posted where he's coming out of the place with all the people taking photos of him? I think that video now has 20,000 views or something on his Facebook page, right? That's the type of engagement and viral content that boosts your social media account and actually gets you into DMs, gets you into comments, gets you into actually being able to reach people on social media. So PostingPilot made that post, right? So it's going through and figuring out what things are viral now, what will be viral, and it's creating them and then giving them to you. That's how the weekly planner works. But I want to have some templates here where if you just wanted to be like, make me look like a celebrity, like I'm on the red carpet, I can create, it will create a video. You're at the Met Gala now. You're in this nice dress. It's you in your voice talking about, you know, whatever you really want to, or promoting your product or promoting your page, right? That content mixed in with pitching content on what you're selling is how you make it in social media as far as promoting goes. How do I know this? Not only have I worked in this industry for a really long time and have the analytics to prove it, but this is how everyone from Kim Kardashian to small mini influencers make money. They mix lifestyle content and things in with pitches and stuff that will get engagement. This is the part that I feel like a lot of you are probably missing in your social media. You don't balance the engagement and the fun of life with pitching. Your social media is all about either pitching or all about life because you're worried to pitch. There's not a mix there, and that's why you're not getting the results. This is built to help you solve that. But I'll continuously make templates based off of what's viral right now. So you guys can always generate content or whatever you may want here. So if I pick one of these, hit compute mode, I can generate 1 image, 3 image angles, a carousel, which works best for Instagram or things like that, and then add a video to it. So if I click all of these and hit review, it's going to go through and tell me, right? It's going to generate the post right here so I can keep doing this until I feel good about it. So here's the behind the scenes post, the brief, how many credits it costs for each of the generations, the audience, the references. And then all I have to click is generate now. It's going to queue that up. Now an agent's starting to make everything, right? So it's reading your brand brain, going through creating the creative direction, the angles, it's generating the images, generating the video, putting all into a nice little package to give to you, right? So we'll leave this here because we don't need to stay here to actually use this, right? It will still go regardless. And we're going to go into the weekly planner instead. So the weekly planner is similar to the content creator, except assume it's just the entire week. You're doing this all in one run. You have an hour of time a week to think about your social media posts. You don't want to play around with making whatever. You just want to get the best stuff, have it continuously learn and go forward. So on the top here, it's what should this week's post be about? Now, because this is learning from your social media, it will know some of the things and kind of auto add recommendations in here. You can see it auto type them out based off of what your business is. So you could say something like, turn my latest product into, I want to promote my latest product that just came out this week with my company, make all of the posts around that. And then when you click generate week, it's going to generate 7 individual posts. So we'll clear this week first, and then we'll generate a new week. We'll just do text. And so Auto is going to go and generate all 7 posts for the week based off of what I asked, based off of the images that I have, the website I've given it, all of that data and that information. And then eventually when all your social media is connected to it, all of the analytics and stuff based off of your past posts. And another cool thing about it connecting to your social media is it also will learn how to write in your voice, right? It'll learn how you've written posts in the past. Now, if you've used ChatGPT to write most of your posts, it's just going to write like ChatGPT. You know what I mean? So we'll let Auto do his thing here. We'll go back here and see if we've got anything here. So who's this dude, right? Practical AI for real business. I got the Hollis logo there. That's the reference image of me that I gave it. So this is just one of the many posts that it can generate, but this is just, I didn't give it any information, right? And my business, you saw I just skipped through. So it really had a picture of me, knew the Hollis organization was about AI, and it knew that was our logo. And it was able to pull all of that off with that little minimal amount of input.
Add the picture in the background that says focus on it.
No, I know. That's the cool thing is like text now is a no-nonsense guide to solving problems and getting results. AI text is solved. Fingers are solved. Now, I have tattoos, so that's something I would train it on. You know what I mean? But you don't have to worry about generating images anymore with AI that look janky and the text doesn't make any sense, So now we have a whole new week, 7 days of posts, right? And these go from Instagram to LinkedIn to Facebook and there and back, right? But what's cool about this is it's interactive. So I've got the one button, generate my entire week. That's easy. I don't want to do anything else. This is the next step. I want Auto to generate my week, but I want to have some input, So you can go through here and say, this is the hook for this post. I could say, make it a question, changes it to a question, simpler hook, stronger hook. You can change these consistently. The more times I click them, it just keeps going. And then, of course, you can write whatever you want here as a hook. You can change the copy. You can say, I want the copy to be more personal, more educational, shorter, or add a call to action. Want help with this? Send us a message. We'll point you in the right direction. And then there's the visual, right? So it will say, no visual yet. Add one to this post. So it stands out. So then I just click add image. You're going to see automatically it's uploading everything that I have. Now I have a couple of images here from testing that I forgot to delete. So now I got to delete them now. But you can also add more here, but this is just the simple version. So I can say I want it a founder personal. I want proof or a testimonial, educational. What should it show? Teach a quick win, feel simple and helpful, avoid these claims, right? I can add more here. So if I wanted to upload more images, like say the PostingPilot dog, right? I could add that in here. It's too big. But I could add that in here and then say this is, a headshot, a logo, a product, a location, a style. I would probably put him as a style. And then I can click on it to use it, make sure that it's highlighted. So then when it passes and starts generating from the agent, it has my face, logo, and the PostingPilot dog, right? Also, for people like Lisa Marie or anyone else that's used to just prompting an AI, it's also part of that, right? So you could just click on advanced and write any prompt here, say, generate me a photo of a dog, anything you want, right? And then use as many reference images as you want down here, and then just click render image. It's going to do what it did before. I'm just going to refresh that. It's still generating and adding it. And you always know when those things happen because you get a notification up here saying, hey, your post is ready or your image has been generated. It'll also, I want to do emails for that too. But you'd go through here and make sure each one of these is good, right? And then you'd say, looks good. Let's go to the next post. That one's approved. The next one, you go through all 7. You're going to get the big cheers thing, and then Auto's going to take it all and schedule it into your calendar for you. There's also a advanced mode for the people that don't want to go through it individually, right? I try to make this simple and complex as you want it. So you can just click on advanced and generate the entire week. It will generate all 7. And you could just go through immediately, hit ready on all of them, hit edit, do everything super quickly if you're wanting to do it more in an advanced way. Then I have some advanced tools down here too, where if you want to see like what the score is that week, or if you wanted to write a little note about what you were planning on doing this week so it's constantly saved in the memory, that'll help, right? So if you say, this week we were promoting PostingPilot, and you save that here, it's going to save this score and everything like that into the brain, and then use that to calculate the next week and read off your note and go, okay, that gives me a little bit of context. It's pretty smart though. It's going to read over everything and kind of understand and add it anyway. So those are the 2 ways you can generate a whole entire week's worth of content, right? So it says the post is ready, the 1 image and 1 video. So I can go back here. I got my video now. Let me see. It's funny, it took my glasses off, so it's having to assume my eyes. I don't look like that, so this is why you would train it on your eyes.
We do not hear any audio, by the way.
No, I know. There is audio to it, guys, but you know, you'll get that whole entire thing, and then you can take the whole entire campaign pack. You'd share this with people you know to help promote PostingPilot, and they'll work with your affiliate link too. But yeah, you just take your face, you put your face in there. It also takes video, and like I said, when you record your voice and put your voice in there, that had my voice on it if I recorded my voice, which is pretty crazy that it can both recreate your image and your voice. So I showed you the weekly plan. I showed you the content creator, right? Another thing you'll have in the content creator is all of your content. So you could click on this button. Might take a second to load, and you're going to see everything that you created. There's Sandy. I was playing around with Sandy's stuff earlier. But you can see here, every single one of these is a job that you can go through and look at, right? Or promote or share with somebody. Not just to promote PostingPilot, but to show people what it's capable of doing, right? So this actually, each one of these posts shows the prompt it used, why this post would work, the inputs that it used. You could say if it's good, it's weird, it's unsafe, it's off-brand, whatever it may be. All of this trains the AI to be better at creating content for you. The next thing I'm going to show you, because I don't want to take up too much of this time just with showing everything. Some of this stuff is a work in progress. Keep that in mind. Everything that I just showed you is coming out today. So the weekly planner, the content creator, and the home, and the calendar, the stuff that I'm about to show you is a work in progress. Probably by the end of the week, it will be out. So what you have here is just the ability to create as many posts as you want. So the content creator creates posts. You could save the posts here, schedule them out as often as you want, go in there, change the photo, change the copy, save posts in here that are really good that you like. You know what I mean? So you can always reference them later and use them to create something new. Another tab we have here is ideas. You could take any idea that you have, say it or post it in there, give it a reference for the product or what you're talking about, and it's going to come up with 6 ideas of posts you could create around what you're doing. So if you have no idea and you have a whole week set of posts, we didn't want you to, some people just want to click a button, forget about PostingPilot till it sends you a notification saying, you did great this week, we're ready for next week, right? And then other people, they want to be ahead of the game and practice some ideas and learn some things. So this allows you to pull and create more posts as you're doing it based off ideas and use those to generate the weeks moving forward. Another thing you can do, and this will be even powerful tool. I forgot, believe it or not, Dad, to even show this morning. And it's so funny because it's like just an extra thing that could be a whole tool in and of itself. You could paste any YouTube link, blog post, transcript, and it'll extract all the information and start writing posts and creating content around it. So you could take someone else's blog post and then have it rewritten and created as content in your image. So there's some blog posts in there, guys, that are like the top 10 ideas. You could grab that blog post, send it in there. Auto will create all the content, write it in your voice, help you schedule it all out. And then every single day you're like, here's another day. Here's the first thing I'm talking about. Next day, second thing I'm talking about. All of it has video content generated around it, image content generated around it. I mean, imagine the power of that, right? There's the review. So it's going to constantly be bringing posts up to you that you can approve, reject, or request changes. I'm also going to eventually do this with images and stuff too. This is to help train your AI brain based off of what you like and what you don't like. Like I said, this is a work in progress thing. So the review thing is more in the future, but it's like the way I would want it to work is it onboards you, generates a bunch of content right away, and then you go through a review queue of like 10 to 20 posts and then, or less, and then it kind of learns what you like and what you don't like. So then you're getting instant results, because I don't want someone to join, do the brand brain, and to be like, oh, I wouldn't really post like this. It's like, if I can get somebody 99% of the way there right off the bat, awesome. And then you have the library. This is just going to be here in the sidebar as well, but this is every generation that you have. So every image or video you generate will show up here. Mine aren't because I'm an admin, but for you guys, they will. If I did this for admins, it would lag because I have like 100, 200 photos and videos here now, so I had to wipe them all. But for you guys, we're going to learn how to get this better and it will load better. It's a work in progress thing. And then references, you can upload as many references here as you want. So you could add a headshot, a location, a product, and you can reference these in any of your content, just like I showed you, just by clicking on them. It's going to auto add them, or you could just reference them by name or whatever. So these will be nameable. So you can do like just an @Matt headshot, and then it will just know, okay, that's the headshot I'm supposed to use in that render. You can re-record your brand voice here or upload one. So say you make a voice from 11 Labs, or you want to use someone else's voice. I teased this a little bit on the call that I did earlier, but believe it or not, you can download voice messages from Facebook Messenger and Telegram, and people don't know that. So if any person has sent you 10 seconds of their voice on Telegram or 10 seconds of their voice on Facebook Messenger, congratulations, you can now clone their voice in a video. So you get an image of Craig, you get one voice message of Craig, boom. You have infinite content of Craig. Now, I don't recommend doing that because there's some laws against that nowadays, and I will, if I find you guys doing bad stuff, I will whip out the ban hammer on you. Because the thing is if you take a picture of Tom Cruise or Joe Rogan and use that to promote your products, that is deceptive, and that is not what PostingPilot is about. PostingPilot is about helping you guys create content for your business and everything like that, not about trying to get as many sales as possible. Yeah, Sandy's like, Terry, I could use Youngblood. You could, right? Now, I don't know how happy Youngblood would be about that, right? But I'm going to leave that into your guys' discretion. And if you're like, oh, Matt would take the fall for that. You guys, in the terms of service, you're actually wrong. You know what I mean? So be careful. We're protected over any content you create on here. It's you that will be subjected to anything that does with that content. That's the way it works on anything that creates content. Google, anything. They're not required for any of that stuff. So you can create as much content as you want, put in your references, and eventually you'll be able to use your generations in your references too. So say you have a great headshot of yourself that was AI generated. You could use that in that as well. The settings here, you can go through and change. Let me refresh here. It'd be funny if the internet went down for me here. Let me see. You guys still hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, give me 1 second. I don't know why it's lagging on my side. Okay, there it goes. What do you guys think about that so far? I was pretty much towards the end. I was just going to show you guys the affiliate spot and how that works, which is important, right? Yeah, I'll do a quick share screen since the affiliate link was brought up. That's a perfect segue right now for me. So down here in the drop down, you're going to see affiliate. If you click on affiliate, you're going to see everything that you need here. Soon there's going to be a button right here that says content to share, and it's going to be all connected to your affiliate link. So we're talking landing pages, we're talking content, we're talking all of it. Right now it doesn't have that, right? You have your personal link, your waitlist link, and your preview link. All three work, all three connect to you. If I open this, you're going to see PostingPilot. Matt Hollis referred you to us up here. It's got the countdown, right, of when it launches. They can put their email there. They get put in an email list for us to start to promote to them. When they sign up as a person, you automatically get commission. So you can add them to the wait list now. Yeah, and Deborah said she's using those 3 links. You can download these QR codes. Maybe you have a presentation. Maybe you want to put it on something. Those are QR codes. Here's a share kit for pre-written stuff. I can tell you guys how great it is because there's this email signature here. I've been getting emails from people that are in the founders and they already have this in their email signature. And I'm like, that's so crazy. Like it just makes me so happy. Any of the people you have on your wait list will show up here with the time that they signed up and what date. And then you'll be able to see the recent demos that have been generated if you want to click on any of these and use them to promote PostingPilot as well. So that's the affiliate stuff. You can also click customize here or change here. I didn't know if Sandy knew this, but this is where you can actually change your slug URL. So if instead of Matt, I wanted it to be Maddie, right? So it would be postingpilot.com/r/Maddie would be my affiliate link for everywhere. You can also add a URL for your photo. I'll figure out a way to just pull your photo in here, right? And then a personal note. So if I say, thank you for joining us, and I click save here. Now, I like keeping Matt. I don't want you guys to take it. So, and then I go personal page. You're going to see that note's there. And if I had my picture, it would show up there. It says Matt Hollis referred you to us. This is where it is now, but we are building out whole campaigns. We got our marketing side, building campaigns out, building stuff that you guys can just immediately connect to and start using to promote PostingPilot. So this is just the wait list to get them onto the email list so we can start promoting to them.